African Americans have been under attack since chattel slavery ended. It is my perspective that there are a number of African Americans that truly don't understand the nature of the beasts that have them under their control. I say this because of my observation and studies of the behaviors and attitudes of several types of African American people. My narrative comes in two parts, and it is addressed solely to concerned African Americans and those people of African descent who want to make a change. My purpose is to help African Americans recognize depravity, degeneration, and other forms of illnesses in the white supremacist system in which they live in. African American people need to start with changing some of their social beliefs, as well as their economic growth and conditions. This may be one form of survival. Psychosis is a syndrome or a group of syndromes. It is a loss of reality. It makes you experience or believe things that aren't real. Psychosis disorders changes the way you think, feel, and behave. But how can a whole group of people within a society function and operate under abnormal behavior with schizophrenia, psychopathic, and sociopathic disorders, and appear to be so good at it? They operate as a group, just like wolves. And how does this group of psychosis skillfully manipulate, influence, and control the behavior of another group? This dominant group have always thought, acted, and created chaos, terror, disruption, and murder since their time on earth. You're about to find out who they are. They may look like human beings because of their body parts, but they behave like wolves in a pack. First, they hunt their prey for carcass, and then grouped in a pack, they attack the vulnerable victim. They have the nature of a pack of wolves. They are the European Caucasians. European Caucasians were capable of surviving through the last ice age inside of caves like the Valdezia Caves in the Russian state of Georgia around the Caucasus Mountains. These two-legged animals, known as European Caucasians, have subhuman Neanderthal blood because they cohabitated and interbreeded with them. The scarce history of the European Caucasian Neanderthal cave men and women records that these animals crawled from their caves after the last ice age and appeared on Earth only 6,000 years ago. There is no recorded history on Caucasians before that time. Some historians and scholars believe that the European Caucasian cavemen and women were albinos cast out or drifted away from Africa. Other researchers believe that these Caucasian animals were grafted by an African scientist. The Earth's icy conditions caused some of the damaged soil to be washed away. European Caucasians fed on glacial soil that was eroded. They needed important vitamins to strengthen them physiologically. Food was scarce, so sometimes Caucasian animals ate each other or anything moving. Cannibalism was a way of life. The European Caucasians' years of living like four-legged animals in extreme, rigid climates and under the most treacherous conditions, along with feeding on poor soil, contributed to Caucasian animals' barbarian behavior. They were wild, furious, and extremely violent. Glacial soil lacks zinc, selenium, phosphoric acid, potassium, and melanin. The absence of these vital and necessary minerals left the Caucasians having a mineral deficiency and melanin deficiency. That produced obsessive compulsive behavior in Caucasians and left them with a mind that is unstable and easily irritated. It also helped to contribute to their other abnormalities. Many of those vital nutrients had been washed away and were absolutely necessary for a human being to behave normally. The master gland, which is the pineal gland that makes melanin, is 60% to 80% non-functional in Caucasians and functions about 85 to 100% in people with color. Melanin gives the body strong bones, spirituality, balance, and color. Caucasian Neanderthal cavemen and women's bodies are missing these important elements. Caucasian Neanderthal animals are inherently abnormal and have passed down their inferior genes and nature from one generation to the next generation. Those people whose ancestors or forefathers called Europeans that descended from countries such as Germany, Italy, France, United Kingdom, Spain, Switzerland, Ukraine, Greece, and other European countries have certain vitamin deficiencies. All white people are Caucasians, no matter what country they are now living in. Inferior Caucasian animals live in an imaginary world called deception and delusion. They think of themselves as superior beings. Their mineral and melanin deficiencies left Caucasians inherently inferior. Nothing in recorded history proves that Caucasians are superior, except for the lies which they have written. These psychosis Caucasian cave animals were able to draw up a plan called pattern. This was used to steal the African slaves and other African men and women's inventions and creations. Caucasians didn't have a stable mind to create or invent anything. The criminal-minded Caucasians are only superior in destruction. These psychosis, terrorists, predators, thieves, schemers are only successful in the world's destruction. These psychosis Caucasian cavemen and women are the world's greatest deceivers.